All right, let's dive back in and recap one of the absolute game changers in debate, the Crossfire Conversation Control System. Seriously, getting this down is what's going to set you apart from the competition. So let's get right to it. Okay, first things first, we have got to clear up a huge misconception. If you think Crossfire is just your turn to ask a few questions, you are missing the entire point. And honestly, you're probably losing rounds because of it. It is so much more than that. This, right here, is the key. Think of it like this. Crossfire is your chance to grab the steering wheel of the debate and drive it exactly where you want it to go. It's all about being proactive, not just reacting to what they say. And here's why that matters. This is the ultimate goal, right? The person who controls the conversation is the one who controls what that judge is paying attention to, what they're writing down on their ballot. You're basically shining a giant spotlight on all your best arguments and, just as importantly, on your opponent's biggest weaknesses. So the big question is, how do you actually get that level of control? Well, it's all about using that strategic toolkit we've been putting together. Let's do a quick review of the 4 core skills that make this whole system work. All right, number 1, always bring the conversation back to your strongest ideas. That's your home turf. Number 2, you've got to listen, and I mean really listen, not just wait for your turn to speak. You're listening for those little cracks in their logic. 3, turn their answers into your next attack. Use their own words as a launch pad. And finally, number 4, stay cool. Stay polite, but stay strong. That composure? That's a sign of total control. And you gotta remember, these aren't just 4 random tips you can pick and choose from. No, they're a system. They work together. When you use all 4, you transform a boring old Q&A into a powerful, strategic session that you are completely in charge of. Okay, theory's great, but let's see this thing in action. It's time to look at how this plays out in a real round so you can see for yourself why conversation control is just everything. You know, Crossfire can feel like total chaos sometimes, right? But the debater who can find the order in that chaos, who can control its direction, that's the person who controls the judge's focus. And let's be real, controlling the judge's focus is how you win. All right, let's play this out. Picture this. Your opponent stands up and says, homework should be banned because it causes stress. Now, the average debater, they're going to jump right in and defend homework. But a strategic debater, they see a golden opportunity here. So check out the difference here. The weak response is just defensive, but homework is important for learning. It's exactly what they expect. But look at the strategic response. It starts by agreeing with them. Yes, stress matters. That completely disarms them, and then bam, the pivot. You reframe the entire debate. Suddenly, we're not talking about homework anymore. We're talking about whether any challenging learning should exist. You see that power shift? It's huge. And that perfect pivot is what sets up your next move. It leads you right into this killer follow-up question. Now, all of a sudden, they're the ones on the back foot, forced to answer a way tougher question, and it's all in your terms. So let's just break down why that was so perfect. The tone? Respectful. You heard them. The direction? Super clear. You took their point and expanded it. And the result? Total conversation control. Simple as that. All right, enough of me talking. Now it is your turn. Time to put this into practice yourself. Think of this as your final challenge to really make these skills stick. So here's the claim you're up against. School uniforms reduce individuality. You've probably heard this one a million times. How are you going to use our system to handle it? Okay, here's what I want you to do. You're going to build a 3-part response. First, come up with one clarifying question. Second, create a follow-up question that pivots the conversation, just like in the homework example. And third, form a respectful challenge that forces them to defend their position. So go ahead, hit pause right now. Don't just think about it, actually write down your questions. Seriously, doing the work is what turns this from an idea into a real skill you can use. All right, welcome back. I hope you came up with some killer questions. Now, before we wrap up, let's do a quick final test, just to make sure these core ideas are locked in. Okay, question number 1. Controlling Crossfire means, is it A, speaking longer than your opponent, B, guiding the discussion toward your key arguments, or C, avoiding questions? And question 2, a strong debater listens in order to A, prepare their interruptions, B, find weaknesses in their opponent's logic, or C, end the discussion as fast as possible. So, how'd you do? For question 1, the answer is B, guiding the discussion. It's all about quality, not how long you talk. And for question 2, the answer is also B. You listen to find those weaknesses. That's the ammo for your next strategic attack. Excellent work today. You've officially completed your Crossfire Strategy toolkit. You now have a full system for taking control of the conversation and making the judge see what you want them to see. But we're not quite done yet. The next level of your training is just around the corner. And we're going to tackle one of the most important topics of all: how debates are judged. And why is that so crucial? Well, because understanding the person holding the ballot in their hand, that's the final key to winning. We'll see you in the next one.